Hey folks, I took the rest of them Nordic potatoes out of that bed. It's only a small bed that. It's not a metre square, I think. In fact, one way it's about 80 centimetres, so it's not really big. And looking at it, I reckon I could have put some more seed in that. A couple more, 3 maybe. So I did put 7 in. I've done weighing for total bed. That comes on later. I've sped it up through. I've got voles in that bed as well, so I've got to sort that out. Well, saying that bed in garden in general, I've got quite a few voles. I think I thought they were rats. I was trying to catch rats, but it's voles. That's why I didn't catch any. I also got the birds in the house. The birds are in the house. I had to fix that roof. I patched it up. I had some bits and pieces left and managed to slide it in and fill all the gaps so that it runs off and out. I've got some more plans for that, but there's a few clips of that as well. But I'll get on with it. It's nice to be nice. And before I go, I forgot to mention, I've put some wire ties on the feet of one of the sets of birds. They were just, Paulie, Life in Thailand, who did that with some of his, and it's just so I can see that which are which, separate them basically. I don't know more personally. But all I've done is put a wire tie around. It's loose, so it moves, you know what I mean? It's not inhibiting them anyway. And so that just basically lets me tell which bird is which. So thanks, Paul, for that. So guys, I took the rest of that bed. These, some have got some damage on them. I would have thought it was slugs, but it's not. It's vole damage. I thought I had rats because I was finding these tunnels. I've done some research and it's voles. They like potatoes as well, apparently. So I'm going to have to try and sort that out. But yeah, I'll weigh them up and see what we've got. So that's full. Escaping potatoes. 3. Two, 3. So I'll cut that up and see what we got for complete weighing. So guys, the quail are in the house. No, don't focus on fence, focus on the quail. That's it. I stuck a couple of old logs in and filled that with sand. There's a full bag of sand in there. Seems to have like that. I've put them all in together now, so well, like I said, the 2 cages were side by side, so they're always seeing each other all their life, so there shouldn't be any problem with them getting on with each other. Let me show you its features. I put a little door in here, made some latches that can fold down, can water it, can feed it, made a feeder hopper, which basically is a piece of board 45 in there, so it forces food down, and that'll hold a full bag, which, yeah, I can't remember how many kilos it is, but we buy a small bag, but I'll hold just a bit more actually. I think Rasputin's a bit agoraphobic. He spends most of his time in there at the bike. Actually, one of the females have been picking on him, chasing him round, beating him up. Poor fella. That sheet there is temporary. I'll get a piece of something for that. I'm leaving that as wire bottom cage, and I will use that as a tray if I use that cage. Won't be using it very often. If ever, but it's there, it's a reserve. And I might even just put a plastic sheet in bottom. I did that before when I were running, when all these birds lived in it, had a plastic sheet in bottom, so that they had a solid floor sort of thing with straw on it. So I can do that, but nothing will be in there for too long. That original cage I had, what I've put underneath, I took wire off the bottom off that, and just put it in there. It gives them some shelter. So if they are using it, shade, whatever they want. Although when I bring new chicks into this cage, then I'll obviously be able to put them in there, closed door, and they can see each other for a bit. I'll just put some water feeders I bought, but they're rubbish, don't like them at all. So I want to get some chicken nipples if I can, but I don't get hammers in here, so I'm going to have to figure out how I can get them. Yeah, I think they'll be a lot happier in there. And so we're really having fun. The ones, incidentally, I've put bands on the legs, wire ties. I've bought some coloured wire ties. Original 4, they've got black bands on. That one there that's lost some feathers of a breeding. Won't do it. Come on. She's lost some feathers. She's that original Rasputin's cage, but no fighting apart from, say, that female that beating Rasputin up. Poor fella. Then I also put a board across there. What plans with that is, I'm going to put some self-feeders in here as well. So I'll be growing some sort of trays of greens to put in. Well, I'll just put in my wire over the top and they can feed off it. And I might just end up starting them up there. But it's a good place to start seeds for myself, for the garden. It wouldn't be too hard to plastic that in, so that in spring or autumn I can grow some stuff like, in a controlled environment. If it's plasticed in, I can keep it a bit warm at temperature higher. That won't be hard to do either, so it's a good space. I'm even thinking about putting another door on front up here and a shelf inside, so for storing food and other stuff that's related to birds and stuff.